Hello again, this is Stan, and yeah, in this world of change and chance and COVID, we are indeed, yeah, living on the edge. Uh, could it be that we are living in a time of the apocalypse? Yeah, the apocalypse. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not one who is going to talk to you about end times or anything like that, which we usually associate that the apocalypse is something where there's a great tragedy, great catastrophe, terrible times, perhaps even leading up to the end times. Well, I'm basically following the master teacher who said, only God knows when the end time will come, and he'll take care of it when he does that, and perhaps we'll never know for sure. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to believe that we can predict it when even Jesus said he didn't know it. So push that aside. But you know what I've discovered, what one of my mentors has taught me, is that the word apocalypse does not necessarily have that kind of apocalyptical, that catastrophic, that right up to the edge on the times meaning. It actually has a Greek word that means unveiling. That's perhaps where we get the word revelation is, okay, it's unveiled what's going to happen. It's brought back. But the term means unveiling. The more I think about that, maybe that is what God is all about in these COVID times. We have a lot of false idols. We seek a lot of false security. The primary thing that leads us into sin is the thing that leads us away from God. When we think we've got it made, we are self-sufficient. We have our security package in place. We've got it all put together. We've got the messes cleaned up. We've got the situation well in hand. We are, what the world calls successful. It could be at that time that God does an unveiling on us. All of a sudden, he pulls back. And I think that's what we might be going through. All of a sudden, we are discovering that all the things we thought we could control, we have very little control of. We discover that some of the things we did in the past, particularly in economic and foreign and other policy moves, weren't very smart, weren't very bright. All of a sudden, we're discovering it's being unveiled to us. You know what? All of those organizations and institutions that we kind of trusted and put our confidence in, we're finding out that they're weak, they're corrupt. We're discovering that some of the people who we trusted can't be trusted, shouldn't have been trusted. And now we look at all the things that are happening and we say, who can we trust? Because we can't trust anybody right now. And could it be that God is saying, I think I told you that before. But I also know that, I always need to remind the ones I love. I need to remind you. And could it be that we are now really in a time of apocalypse, unveiling? We're finding out the way things really are and the way they work, and you know what? We can't handle it by ourselves. It's like the good folks at AA say, step one is to realize that you can't get out of the mess you're in by yourself. Once you realize that, you begin looking for other sources of power and purpose, wisdom and direction. So I'm just asking you the question, do you think we could be in a time of unveiling? And if we are, what is now clear to you? What are you learning? What are you seeing? Certainly the future is going to be very, very different. And it will not be the past again. Because the things of past and present have been unveiled. And perhaps that's an act of grace. So that when we see into and walk into the future, we will have